up, we back at him again, man. Baltimore City, the Wild Wild West, V-Crime story time. Put on your seatbelts, man. All hands inside of the ride. Like, share, comment, subscribe, smash that hype button. Let's get him, let's get him. Let's go. What's up, we back at him again, man. Kicking it off from the top. V-Crime story time. So now, growing up, man, in the heart of Baltimore City, coming out of that Westside, man. The Westside of Baltimore is like the Wild Wild West. Now, I say that because, man, we live by three credos, living to the danger. As long as you got those three qualities, you go ahead and solidify yourself as a Westside soldier. So now, we got the young dude, Rocky. So now, Rocky coming up for real. He about 11 years old during this time. Now, sad to say, he already had aspirations. He already had his mind made up. I'm going to be involved in the street. I'm going to be a street figure. And I don't care what nobody else got to say now. Mind you, he got a father who's serving like 30 years in the federal system. Then he got two older brothers. They both locked up for bodies. They serving like 25 years or better. One of them got life because he just cannot get himself together over the jail. So he been running his bit up since Shorty was about 11 years old. So now, let's just say fast forward about 4 years. He about 15 years old during this time. So now, when he turned 15, he fully jumped off the porch. Now, when he around 11, 12, 13, and 14, he going through the ranks. He's G-checking cars, stealing cars. Nah, he not really committing no robberies and nothing like that, but he just, getting his feet wet as far as in the criminal life. So now, by the time he 15, he full-blown, he active, 10 toes down, he ain't doing no plan. He links up with the older dude around his way. He tell him, like, look, man, how much an 8-ball cost? OG tell him how much an 8-ball cost. Now, mind you, he already know the price, but it's a certain manner that he wants to conduct himself in. Now, how does he already know the price? Because he been hanging around dudes who are already hustling. So he already know, okay, this is how many grams is in this. This how you weigh this. Oh, instead of calling a scale, I'm going to call it a clock. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of calling straight raw, I'm going to call it grams. So he's learning the wordplay. He learning the code words for real. So whereas though when he go cop from the plug not looking at him like a square, because the moment that a real hustler identify that you ain't really got that 1-2 in you, or you bluffing, or you pump faking, we gonna go ahead and take you all the way, because we know, like, man, this not your line of profession, so you out here playing in the streets, we might as well give you the whole experience. That's how you end up getting tags. That's how you end up getting re-rock, sold fake products, so forth and so on. So now, he goes up to the plug. He asks him how much for the 8-ball. Boom. OG tell him the price. He act like he run around the corner the whole time. He already got the money in his pocket. He come back round. He grab it. Boom. He go back round the way. He put the razor to the plate. He go ahead and get himself together. He got his 12 skinnies. He got his little bobby pin. He doing the whole 1-2. He was ready for this moment because his mind was already made up since the age of 11. This is what I was going to do. So now, boom. He ripping and running. He doing his 1-2. He putting his foot down for real. So now he's being known as an elite hustler, but it's an older dude around his way. Now let's call him Superstar. It's an older dude around his way named Superstar that he idolized. He looked up to this man like everything that Shorty do, he wanted to do because he was dangerous, he was fly, and he was militant. This was the credo of West Baltimore. So now he like, man, I ain't gonna lie, yo. When I get old, I'm trying to be like, yo, he got the best cars. He always fly. The bras always swinging through. He would pull up on a block and have two of his bras pull down there at different times of the day. They trying to catch him up. He got bras on the block fighting, but now only one of them going to leave with him. He had one bra parked on this block, another bra parked around the corner, another bra parked in this block. He pull up, holler at her for 10 minutes. Like everything about him to Lil Rock, he was like, man, you know what? I got to get like that. I don't care what nothing costs me. I'm trying to get like that. So now, slowly but surely, he started to make his way around Superstar, meaning like he running errands for him. He making his way inside the circle. So now he realized how much power that Superstar got. He ordering hits, he sending hits, he catching the package. He the man around there. But every Doug get his day. So now it's a young dude coming up around the way. He doesn't want to be known for hustling because his mindset is, why would I stand outside all day and sell drugs when I can just let you do it, and then at the end of the day, just come rob you, and now I got all the money that you done stood out here hustling for if you not tough enough to govern or protect the product or the money that you got. So now, boom, they doing they 1-2. Shorty is, trying to make his way, but on the violent side of things. So now, boom, one day Superstar outside, regular scheduled program for real. He dictating traffic on the block. The little nigga come right there, hoodied up. Now, the way that he do it was so vicious is he sent a sale around there. When he sent a sale around there, the cop, all the young niggas or the muscle right there, they're trying to hit the crowd. So all the J's that's right there, they rushing to them trying to make them some money. Whole time Shorty come out the cut, Superstar right there across the street, doing whatever he doing, rolling a blunt, talking to somebody, talking on the phone, on social media. He just ain't on point. Man, Shorty come out to hit him in the middle of the street, get to weighing his ass out. Bang, 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 bang. And I'm talking about he had a big ass joint too. So now he hit the nigga, he hit Star like 4 or 5 times. Star ends up going down right down the steps. Now, dude, and you gotta give credit where credit due, the young niggas that was right there, once they heard the action going on, 2 of them come out to hit, they trying to nail Lil Shorty. Bang, 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 bang. But of course, you know, he ain't crazy. He takes off running back through the alley. He ends up making it to his car. He S off, but the young niggas run right there to the, like, how can I explain it? An alleyway goes this way. So if this the middle of the street, the alley is going through here. Like the alley might stop right here, the street, then the alley pick back up on this side. So they right here in the middle of the street banging into the alley, trying to hit the nigga car. But whole time he S's off, he gets up out of there. Boom, he gets up out of there for real. But now it's like, oh shit, man down. You feel what I'm saying? So Shorty looking at it like, I'm ready to take over this motherfucker because I done hit a made man. I done hit the nigga that everybody look up to, but it's a lot of shit that come with that for specific reason. Meaning, if the dude that ended up being clipped, if he was a real made man and he had niggas that was back in his plate and they was gonna go to war about it, it was gonna be an all-out war. Now, mind you, the 2 young niggas that started hitting back when the shit went down, they was doing that in representation of the block. Like, man, this nigga that came around our motherfucking block. No, fuck that. Mind you, they love Superstar, but it was more so the principle of you came around here on this block, and these is young niggas that's trying to make they bones as well. But they not really trying to go all out about Superstar because it's like, man, this nigga wasn't really like going above and beyond for us. He was just paying us what we was earning, meaning if a nigga was getting $100 off a pack, that's all we got. It wasn't like he was making a way for niggas and really, you know, over providing. So that was like kind of a blessing and a curse because as a boss, you got to do what makes sense for the business. You cannot compromise the enterprise. But as a made man in the streets, you got to make sure the wolves is happy too. Long story short, the young nigga that ends up spanking Superstar, he ends up setting up a shop probably about 10, 15 minutes around the corner. But he started to offer niggas a way like this, man. Get down or lay down. Meaning, yeah, y'all was around there fucking with Superstar. And this the wicked and wild part of the game, right? You had niggas that was from Superstar block that ended up going around there getting on count with the nigga that cracked him. And you would think like, man, why would somebody do that? He was from that way. No, it don't be like that. It works like this, right? We all from this block. Everybody on this block might not like each other. Everybody on this block not getting the equal amount of the same motherfucking money. And motherfuckers be scared. They looking at it like, man, he done crack Superstar. What you think a crack stop him from doing something to me? So they ends up getting down with the nigga that then did something to a soldier out of your camp, all for protection of themselves. Because guess what? Yeah, they love you on Monday. If you pass away Tuesday, they might represent for a week, maybe even 2. But 30 days into that shit, they go, man, you know, I got to do what's best for me, man. I got kids out here, man. I got a wife to feed, man. I got to do what's best for my family. And then all that loyalty shit that y'all done spent late nights in the car smoking, talking about, all that shit goes out the window. And now a nigga is hanging around a motherfucker that then pinned you to the ground. So now a couple of the soldiers end up shooting around there, scared ass niggas. Couple of the soldiers from around the way didn't want to go. They continued to run the enterprise around the way, which was niggas like Rocky and them. So now the dudes that left, they infiltrated. Y'all can't come back. Y'all better stay around there with them chump ass niggas. But when they going around there fucking with the young nigga, he got some strict rules like, listen, you can't be a part of this organization if you ain't catching your body. If you don't put something to the ground, you can't be around us. And if you is around us, and let's say you put something down and now you inside the group, if you're not able to continuously produce that type of violence, some of the young niggas that's up and coming, that's trying to get inside the group, you might end up becoming their target. So it was a big ass mind game that the young nigga was playing as he was growing up throughout the years and, you know, running his reign through the wild, wild west of Baltimore City. So he recruiting niggas probably like, sad to say, 12, 13, 14 years old because he know he able to corrupt their mind and he know how impressionable they is. Meaning they see you with big ass knots of money, you riding around with a big ass joint, you pulling up in the cars. They impressed by that shit compared to a nigga who done already been through the ranks and know, man, that shit don't really count for nothing if you not gonna stand up when it really counts for something. Like if one of the men get booked, nigga, is you paying bills, you paying for the lawyer, you sending that shit over to jail, is you making sure if one of the soldiers pass away, is you taking care of the kids, you going to go check on mama love, you making sure the child good without dealing with the baby mother, because niggas love to play that game too. Motherfucker pass away now, 30 days from now, he all in your baby mother house, rubbing your son on the head, talking about, I ain't gonna lie, bro will want this, like he already know how I felt about nephew, how I felt about sis. Nigga laid up with your baby mother, still got the audacity to be calling you bro and calling her sis, like, man, you done lost your mind. So boom, the niggas that end up going over there with the young nigga, their impasse is they're gonna give up information about their block, the niggas that still representing the block that Superstar came from, to the young nigga that they working for now, which is crazy because some of the dudes that ended up leaving, they was older than the young nigga that they working for. But the young nigga around his way, he done bought some of the old heads in around there. So it's kind of like a mixture of older dudes and younger dudes. But the young nigga that cracked Superstar, he the one that's really running the block. So now, boom, he right there, he putting the hit squad together. I'm talking about, like I say, the rule is if you don't catch a body, you can't get down with the mob. So he might got 30 niggas on his roster, so that's 30 bodies. Like that, each person that caught a body. So just within his camp, his regime, that's 30 bodies that done been put down through the city. So now, Rocky and them, they still around the way doing they want to, but it's a lot of commotion going at it with these niggas around, you know, around the young nigga block because everybody want to be down. Rocky really a loyal soldier, so he not trying to really, you know, put himself out there. Now, everybody giving this young nigga the respect because he the one that cracked Superstar, and now he done took over power. But about 4 or 5 years done passed by now, so now Rocky looking at it like, man, Shorty done showed some flaws within this 4 or 5 years of him rising to power. Meaning, you know, nigga might have got grabbed up, nigga. It's rumors he done told another violent crew of niggas that's from down South Baltimore tried to go at it with him. He compromised and all, bro, you know, niggas ain't really trying to do that. Niggas ain't trying to make it hot. If somebody feel as though you weaker than them, they'll go to war with you. But if they know it's an even match or you more dangerous than them, they start copping the plea. No, bro, niggas don't want to get time out involved. You know niggas got family deep in this shit, bro. Like, we all too close for this. Niggas start doing all type of copping shit. That was the type of shit that Shorty was doing throughout. So now by this time, Rocky getting Superstar block back up and running because, like I told you, he really idolized Shorty, so he wasn't going to show no disloyalty shit anyway. So now he's slowly but surely recruiting soldiers. Some of his niggas that's on the block with him, they done got booked. They done did a couple of bits, so they recruit niggas from down south over east, so forth and so on. So now the block getting back right. And they got some young niggas that's ready to go. They trying to earn their stripes just like the young nigga was when he ended up doing that shit to start. And he really did it with no purpose besides, I want to get Shorty out the way so I can go ahead and put my 1-2 down. So now, Rocky ends up putting the dream team together. He got some niggas that's on his block that he done recruited in and some niggas that stayed down and stayed solid throughout the years. Once everybody jumped ship, he say, man, fuck that shit. We got to get that get back for Star. And it's time to get these coon ass niggas out the way because the young niggas, the block that's 10, 15 minutes away, they starting to get cocky, they starting to get conceited, and they starting to get lackadaisical, meaning they not really running the block like they supposed to compared to Rocky, who's just coming into power. He just getting this whole situation together. So now he like, shit, we got to hit while the iron hot. Whole time, man, they ends up sending the shooters around there. They jump out, not even the caravan. They jump out the motherfucking Dipset van. They jump out the Dipset van, get to letting that shit go. Bang, 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 bang. They ends up putting 3 niggas down that night. Now, the young niggas try to spin back round, but Rocky and them so tech, they already did, you know, bust they move. They go ahead and hit their target. They got a duck off spot out the county. They shoots out the county, duck off. They let that shit pump for about a week and a half, come back round the way. They hit them niggas blocks again. 3 more niggas get clipped. Now, they gotta kind of lay back because the police traffic is kind of, you know, crazy. They round that motherfucker 24/7. But if you know anything about my city, we don't give a fuck about the police. We hustle around them, pass them, on top of them, under them. It don't matter. We gonna get to that motherfucking money. So now it gets to a little situation where as though their block gets so hot because Rocky and them keep spanking that motherfucker. Time out, posted up. Whole time, the young nigga who's now, you know, older guy, but he the one that's in power, everything, he ends up getting grabbed up because he was under investigation for the last 6 months. He get grabbed up. Guess what this sucker ass nigga do? He ends up telling on his right-hand man. He telling his right-hand man, he get grabbed up. Guess what this sucker ass nigga do? He ends up telling on the connect. They goes all the way down Eastern Shore, ends up grabbing the connect. Now, This way it get dangerous at. Shorty, the young nigga who's now in power, and his right-hand man, they ends up trying to, work out a deal, whatever the case may be. They serve maybe like a year and a half, almost 2 years. They come uptown. The connect from down Eastern Shore, he done got grabbed up, but he gets smacked with the time. He get a whole lot of time. He got his shooters from down Eastern Shore. Soon as the niggas that told on him come uptown, these niggas do not last 6 months. They end up getting their ass spanked because, y'all did that disloyal shit. But guess who ends up making out in the process? Rocky and them, because the same niggas that we was already punishing them niggas, now y'all done did that wild ass shit and told on motherfucking Eastern Shore and them. He got his shooters to come up here and tap y'all motherfucking head. Rocky ends up, rising to power, cleaning up the rest of the traffic. A couple of niggas that was already originally from Rocky Block that jump shit, they try to come back. Rocky don't allow that. He get them niggas 1 or 2 options. Roll the fuck out or, go to war. The whole time these niggas ends up, tucking their tail, getting up out of there, going to different hood, becoming hood hoppers and shit like that. But Wicked and Wild, man, it was the Wild Wild West. But once Rocky got the power, he ran that shit like a real Westside superstar. He took everything that Superstar did, but he got rid of like the petty shit that he had in him. And he really ran the west side of Baltimore like a superstar, man. But Wicked and Wild situations, man, that's why I tell y'all, do not get involved in the streets. Stay out the way, do it the right way. With that being said, Maul, thank y'all for riding with me. Where? You forever lied in with your boy Stories with V. At this time, one more time for me, Maul. Like, share, comment, I repeat. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that hype button, man. We'll be at 100K in no time. Smash that like. Hit the subscribe button, man. We 200 people away from the big 10K. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Let's go.